Time is 10:56 a.m. on Sunday, March 19th. We are joined by Eli and Lucas here on Draw the Line for this is, I think, the 17th episode, though probably the 5th posted episode. Who cares? Today we have a very interesting
Release the
topic.
tapes.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna release the tapes. I'm gonna withhold them, just like what was her name? She did release her emails or whatever. I can't remember her
Clinton.
name, but
Who? Hillary Clinton.
oh, sorry, my bad.
Whatever her name is.
Yeah, whatever.
Lock him up.
Today we have an interesting draft proposed by Eli. We are going to be doing the all-time white guy draft. Sorry.
Current.
Current white guy draft in the NBA. We're going to go around. We're going to start picking white NBA players currently playing to create a 5-man roster. Eli, do you have any rules you want to go over or any caveats?
So I agree we should do current. I think if we do past, it gets too hard to argue about how good was George Mikan. None of us have any idea. You don't know how good George Mikan was. No one does.
Right.
The real question here is the time frame and injuries. So my argument is that we should do it's like you're starting the beginning of what will be a regular season and a playoff run. So both matter, but only to the extent that they affect each other, right? So it's not just it's not just one game, but it's not just the regular season, right? You have to start a year, and they have to play the whole year and the playoffs. You have to try to make the playoffs with your team, and then it's how they do in the playoffs too.
Okay, but I'm okay with that as long as we all agree to not make our main point that the other player is going to get injured.
So you're allowed to argue the person is more likely to get injured.
Can I revise? Let's just say we're creating a team and it's 2 weeks into the playoffs and then
No, because the regular season needs to matter too. It's not just the playoffs.
I feel like there's
Why?
too
Are you
much.
trying to take Jokic? Is that why?
Someone's gonna look. You're making about Jokic, man. I have
Someone's gonna
tough
pick
news
Jokic.
for you about some of the people we're gonna take here.
No, you're right.
What I will say is I think we should. My only worry is by having the regular season involved, is there too much room for interpretation as to how good your team would be in a regular season versus a playoff contest?
Well, you have to make the playoffs first.
Well, I feel like maybe what if we just hypothetically all make the playoffs? This team already did it, you know?
It's a participation trophy generation, Anton.
Okay, this is true. All right, fine. But I mean, how would we even do a head-to-head if we have
No, I'm playing. All right, we'll do head-to-head playoff matchup.
head-to-head playoff matchup? Lucas, are you good with that?
Just
I'm
know,
cool
though,
with
we're
that.
taking away games played here.
We're taking
Yeah,
away
okay.
games played.
It's a playoff matchup.
Okay,
But
playoff matchup.
I think the question is, would the 3 all-white? Can you form 3 all-white NBA teams that would make the playoffs?
No, so it doesn't matter anyway. They're playing against each other.
All right, trust.
Okay, good. Now that we've established the rules, we're going to be picking current white NBA players for a head-to-head playoff series. Now, we're going to do some random number generator stuff because
I have another proposal, though.
Okay, go ahead.
The person who picks third is going to get fucked. So
True.
we should go 1-1-2, and then just 1-1-1 from there.
Okay.
1-1-2.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, okay, so it's 1 pick for the first guy, 1 pick for the second, 2 for the third, and then after that, just do 1 pick for everybody.
Exactly.
Okay, copy that. Just want to make sure that our many listeners at home are following along. All right,
Very
cool.
important.
Pulling up the random number generator. What we're going to do first to totally randomize this, we're going to assign everyone a number from the random number generator, and then from there, we will decide who gets the first, second, and
This
third
is called a double randomization.
pick. This is also known as AP Statistics. Thank you. God, I forgot her name. My AP Stats teacher in high school. Anyway, Lucas, your number will be, and randomizing, I guess it's going to be 1. Lucas, you're 1. Eli, you're 3. And I guess I'll be 2. Okay, so Lucas is number 1. Eli is 3, and I'm number 2. Okay, so
You're good to-
now we're going to pick who will get the first overall pick based on whoever's number comes up here. So 3, 2, 1. It's number 1. So Lucas, you're going to get the number 1 pick. Eli gets the second. I'll get the third. Great. This is fucking fantastic.
Oh, let's go.
This is
Lucas.
fucking fantastic. Okay, so Lucas, one thing that I won't include this necessarily in the clip, but if you want to have really good clips, it might be a good idea just to pick a total meme first overall.
No, now that you have the third pick, you
What?
don't get to convince us not to take the two best people.
Yeah, you capper, bro. Okay, no, man.
All right,
I'm going.
Dumb, da da dumb,
Are we
dumb,
ready?
dumb,
Okay.
with the first overall pick in the all-white guy. Sorry, in the first overall pick of the current white NBA player draft, Lucas Watkins selects.
Luka Doncic.
Wow, Luka Doncic #1 overall. Okay,
It's a playoff series.
I feel like we all know who #2 is. Do you want to talk about why you wouldn't pick, or should we not? Should we not leak?
No,
Yeah,
so I'll
no,
take
I-
Jokic here second. Let's debate.
Okay, great. Let's talk. Why Doncic first?
So I chose Doncic first because, first of all, I think elite guard play is very important, and I think that there are available white big men that are coming up. I think that Luka is kind of the sole like star guard. You know, maybe you could talk about Tyler Hero, but they're not even close. Like you look at Tyler, you look at Luka. It's
You're gonna
just
put
like
him at guard,
completely.
not wing.
Yeah, he's my point guard, obviously.
I mean, but he defends like small forwards and power forwards.
That's okay. You don't have to play defense on the position that you choose. You can play defense on whoever you want. I think that Jokic also has a defensive liability, just like Luka does. But Jokic's defensive liability is kind of more important. And we've seen how in playoff series, teams choose specifically to pick on that defensive liability. Like the Warriors against the Nuggets last year, our offense, when it came down to it, was just give Steph Curry the ball, switch him on to Jokic, and then go to work.
That doesn't mean anything because literally 2 series later they picked on Doncic every possession too.
Yes, but I will have better defenders around Doncic.
No, this is the thing. I agree with you. I think your best point is that there are much better centers than there are wings and guards. So that's
Okay.
why I would have taken Doncic here.
Well, I
But
said that. That was the point that I said.
that's why I said it was your best point.
Yeah.
Got
Thanks.
Got him.
But I just don't think. Look, Jokic and Luka are both suck at defense. And
True.
the issue though is at a certain point when we do the next hour of this draft, we're gonna have to just stop saying that people suck at defense.
Okay,
because
fine.
everyone
You're
is going
right.
to suck at
They all
defense.
suck at defense. Okay. Yeah.
But yes, I agree that in a normal NBA game, Jokic is more of a liability because he plays a position where you need to play better defense. However, for this exercise, I don't think it'll matter as much because, I mean, we'll get to the other centers. Trust me, they suck at defense too. We'll get to other guards, Lucas. To your point, it's not like Tyler Hero's any better than Luka at defense.
leaking picks. My goodness. Okay,
All
very quickly. While we're still here, Nikola Jokic, 3-time MVP. Is it gonna happen? Is he gonna get the three-peat?
Not at this point, no. Too much momentum the other way.
Yeah.
For who? Embiid?
Embiid? Who else
Who
would
is-
it be? Giannis?
Giannis.
Oh, Giannis. That's true. Well, I don't know. Whenever I watch,
Wait, he's
Jokic,
Greek. Am I allowed to draft him?
No, definitely not. Gosh, come on, man. This is the white guy draft. This is not the whatever. You get the idea. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to my pick. I get 2 picks here. I think I'm in a very sticky situation. So with my first pick, I'm gonna go with a Cavs legend, Lauri Markkanen. He's emerged. He's emerged in Utah as kind of the player that they thought he was gonna be in Chicago. You know, big wing, athletic, he can shoot the three, and he's taken a really big step forward. I hope he gets Most Improved Player this year. He was actually a really important part of the Cavs last season, and him being gone, I feel like we actually notice it a lot more. Like, I think his presence at the 3, where Karis LeVert is now, I feel like we really kind of wish we had Lauri Markkanen instead of...
But he was selected the 3. They haven't played in the 4 now, which is why he's doing better.
Oh, well, whatever. I remember the Cavs at the beginning of last season, they ran that 3 7-footer lineup, and that was like actually really good. It was pretty fun, actually. And he was actually a pretty important part of that because he was the spacer of the 3 7-footers, and now we don't have him anymore. So now it's like, oh gosh, Isaac Okoro taking corner threes and Karis LeVert, holding the ball for too long and then some stupid fucking step back. I hate it.
Because if the Cavs had that like 5th player, like they just need one wing.
Yeah,
they'd be
that's it.
so good.
What we really need is a vet. Actually, we need like a real veteran wing. Ideally, like the player that you want would be someone like Cam Johnson or Mikal Bridges. Someone like
Okay, they're
that.
too good though. I mean, like Jay Crowder.
Yeah, see, Jay Crowder would have been fine, or even like dare I say Eric Gordon? Obviously, is he not good enough for that?
You should never take Jay Crowder to your team. Jay Crowder is a guaranteed non-championship because you are going to go far in the playoffs. This happens every single time with Jay Crowder. You go far in the playoffs and you lose because he stops shooting. Like he like hits every three for the first 2 rounds, and then he hits 0 threes. Then it evens out, so he shoots 36%.
If I was a coach, I would get Jay Crowder on my team, play him every single game until the finals, and then bench him. He's not even coming on the plane. Stay at home. This is when you fall off, my brother. I know you. You stay at home. Thank you for making us to the finals. I'm playing someone else now.
So are we saying now that the Bucks are currently cursed because they have the Jay Crowder curse?
It's great. You don't make the finals. He stays at home.
It's cool. All right, very cool. I mean, okay, very good. Lauri Markkanen coming in at my first picks, and I have one more. I feel like we kind of know who are the next 2 players probably go off the board, and I'm trying to think like in terms of like how my team actually works together. Again, defense creeps into my head, but I keep having to remind myself that eventually it's not going to matter. Okay, so instead I'm just going to take the best player on the board. I'll trust the process. 76ers. I'm taking Domantas Sabonis from the Sacramento Kings. Yo, the Kings this year, surprisingly nice. Back in the beginning of the year, we did a Bills draft, and Marvin Lee picked with his very first pick, the 3rd overall pick. He picked the Sacramento Kings losses, which is a terrible pick because the Kings kind of revamped. And then now, what are they? Second in the West? Are they tied for Memphis right now?
Second, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so they have so many good things going for them. Sabonis being one of them. De'Aaron Fox stepping up. Light the beam. I mean, what a great gimmick. Another player in this draft may go off the board from this team. Don't want to say who because I guess there are possibilities. But Sacramento Kings, great story this season. I guess you guys are fans of a team in the West. Do you guys really believe that the Kings will do anything in the playoffs? I mean, you guys been watching them. You've probably played them a few times. Do you actually you don't believe in the 5 out? You don't believe in the offense that can't be stopped?
I mean, like you look at a couple. I think their offense is great and they're electric, and I think they're absolutely capable of winning a couple games. And Mike Brown is a great defensive coach, and if he faces up against the Warriors in the first round, he kind of knows what we're doing. But there's so many teams in the West that are like have been together for a long time, have playoff success, and you look at the Kings and it's like they haven't been to the playoffs. There's no one on the team who has been to the playoffs other than I guess Sabonis made it like in the first round or whatever. Like
he played the Cavs.
There's this no experience, and I think when it comes to a 5-game series, it's like you spend your entire time developing your defense to guard a certain team, and you make adjustments. And I think that teams that have experience in the playoffs,
dude, he was spitting too many facts, and the anti-Sacramento media cut him off.
They had to stop him. Stop him.
I mean, I'm still recording.
No!
I'm still recording over here.
Okay,
my question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. He's back. Lucas, you're back. What were you saying?
I'm still recording on this shit right here, so all my takes are set in stone. I was saying that when you game plan for a specific offense, it becomes a lot easier to guard over the course of a series. And I don't think that they have a player who's good enough to step up consistently. Like I think De'Aaron Fox is good, but he's not Steph Curry. I think De'Aaron Fox is good, but he's not Luka. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Copy that. I see what you're saying. Also, I want to point out that Lucas's stream quality deteriorated quite instantly after his friend logged into March Madness behind him on the TV. So I feel like there's a bandwidth issue going on here. So
Coburn, are you on Ethernet for that? Can you check?
Hey, ask Coburn what happened to Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, I'm also wondering what happened to Jalen Ramsey. What happened to Jalen Ramsey?
Got traded?
Yeah.
That was long.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. That was old news.
Hey, now he's thinking about that third round pick now.
Let's
go.
We're gonna swing it back to Eli here for his first second round pick. So just to give everyone a brief overview of who has who. Eli started the draft with his number one pick. Lucas started the draft by taking Luka Doncic. Eli followed up with Jokic, the first two picks, obviously. And then I picked Lauri Markkanen and Domantas Sabonis. So now it's swinging back to Eli for his second player. Floor is yours.
I think here we've hit a drop off again, right? I think we agree.
Yeah.
Now it's like we're in the tier of like, okay, no one here is making like an all-star game or anything. We're in the real Wild West. Oh, okay. I thought about my sleeper. Oh, my sleeper. Okay. So I have Jokic.
Yeah.
So who am I pairing with Jokic? I think right here, I'm going to have to take a player off the board that I know that you guys are going to like. I'm going with Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, interesting. I thought you were going to go a different way. But Kristaps Porzingis...
So I do think, I'll say this. I think I'm going best player available here. Kristaps is averaging like 23 and 10 this year. Good numbers. And I think Porzingis and...
He's putting up 23 and 10 on like the worst team in the East. Well, they're not the worst team.
They're actually not the worst team in the East.
They're
a playoff team.
Lucas,
really go ahead. What are you going to say?
I do not like the fit because defensively, I know we're all bad at defense, but Kristaps Porzingis is a really good rim defender. And if you have Jokic, you can't just play twin towers down low. Like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that. Someone's gonna get spaced out. So if you want Jokic spaced out, then you're screwed. If you want Porzingis spaced out, then you've lost all the rim protection. And he's not a very good wing defender, so it's like...
Again, the defense argument...
Porzingis is going to be my rim protector. Jokic can do whatever.
So Jokic is going to play on the wing, or like...
No, look at you hang out.
All right.
Fine.
Eli, you're just lucky that this is a head-to-head playoff series and this is not the regular season, because if this was the regular season, I'd be like, Kristaps Porzingis is definitely going to get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Look, you guys picked a different format. If it was the start of the season, I would not have picked Porzingis. Head-to-head, on offense, he spaces out. He can shoot while Jokic is down low. And on defense, I agree that it'll be weird to have both of them, but at least I get some rim protection on this team.
Well, here's what I will say. As someone who is a fan of a team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who play the Wizards quite often throughout the regular season, Kristaps Porzingis will put up those 23 points in the first half, and then he'll be like non-existent for the second half. So Kristaps Porzingis is one of those guys who plays really well when he's fresh, when he's like, he's not tired or anything. So he's coming out, he's hooping. You're like, damn, this 7-footer is pretty good.
Okay, well, also
I can get tired and he can't do anything.
I can also stagger him and Jokic.
Well, he's like your starting.
We're only drafting 5 players.
Yeah. There's no staggering the lineups. This isn't like let's put Jordan Poole.
All right. Also, someone was saying he was inefficient. Did someone say that? You said he's on a bad team, Lucas.
No, I
didn't say he was in.
Okay.
It was me.
I mean, look, he's putting up 23, 8.5 on 38% from 3.
Who else is getting rebounds? Who is getting rebounds? Thomas Bryant's gone. Rui Hachimura's gone. Who is getting rebounds on that team?
Kristaps. Also, they don't miss.
But why is he only get
Bradley Beal don't miss. There's no one to get a rebound.
It's like Dani Abadia.
There's
I don't know
misses.
who else is on the Wizards. Oh, it's like Bradley Beal. Anyhow,
I'm just gonna critique you guys as white guys too. Porzingis is the best player available at this point. Do you not agree?
I feel like there was another player you could have picked here for a different kind of fit, but Lucas will swing a team. Maybe he'll pick him.
We'll see.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Lucas, you only get one pick, by the way, right? We agree.
I only get one pick. Yes, only one pick. My pick is Brook Lopez.
No, we talked about this. Does not count. He's Cuban. I looked into it.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure he's Cuban.
What if I said Robin
Lopez? But you know what? I'm okay with
what
him.
If I said Robin Lopez?
Robin Lopez looks whiter than Brook Lopez. That's what I'm saying. With Robin Lopez, if it was Robin Lopez, you might even consider it.
I'm looking up where they were born.
No, what? Where you're born does not affect your ethnicity.
I guess that's true. It says that Robin Lopez was born in Northern Hollywood. Is that right? No, I can't right.
He's from L.A., bro. He's from L.A., you
born
racist.
Where?
Dude, it's
he's
not
born
where
in
he
He's born in
born.
NoHo.
Oh, could I not draft you, Eli, because you're German?
Well, I'm white. I could have been.
Okay.
Been
You know what?
In West Africa.
Eli. Can we just let Lucas take Brook Lopez? I mean, that's like a bad pick, objectively.
Oh, it's a
terrible
How
pick.
is that He's
Yeah, let him take
said
Brook
it.
Lopez.
He's taking him.
Wait, are you guys serious? You think this is a bad pick?
Yes.
He would be clearly the best pick right here. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's the front runner for
I'll
defensive
bet you
player. He's
$50
averaging
right now. He doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year.
I'll bet.
right here. Good.
$50.
No, I don't have $50.
What's the
He doesn't
most
have
amount of
it.
money you're willing to bet?
Depoy. I'm looking at Depoy ladder. Okay, can we just do
No,
that?
put your phone away.
No,
I'll
I'm
look
just
at
looking
Depoy
at.
odds. Don't hide from this, Lucas. You gotta square up with that right now.
Brooke Lopez returns to number 1. Ooh, shut the
bet
fuck
me.
up. He's a. Okay, yeah, I'm down.
How much?
Wow, Brook Lopez really is.
I'll bet-
And then it goes Jaren Jackson at
$5.
plus 150. Bam Adebayo at
$5.
3,000.
Okay.
Giannis at 3,000.
Antoine,
Evan
stop
Mobley.
reading numbers and be witness to this bet. $5.
5. I'm witnessing.
$5. Brooke Lopez is winning Depoy. Also, he's a great shooter. Like, what? Have you guys watched the Bucks? Have you watched the Bucks play? Brooke Lopez is incredibly important to that team. He's a very good player. He's an inside scorer. He's an outside scorer. He's a great defender. Like, he's debatably like an all-star level talent.
Is it possible that because other teams are so worried about Giannis and Drew, Chris even, dare I say Grayson Allen, another possible pick in this?
He's
Yeah.
either the 4th, 5th, or 6th best player on the team, Lucas.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe he thrives best when he's in that position. But let's
He's
say
now
he's
the second best player on your team.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you guys like? How are you? I don't get how you guys are shitting on me for taking Brooke Lopez after you just took. Who the fuck did you just take?
Someone who's actually white.
I can't even remember. Kristaps.
Porzingis.
You. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys are bugging right now.
All right, that's okay.
You guys
Don't
are
worry.
bugging.
Now I'm about to make y'all
Dude,
all of you.
Dude, Lucas, imagine if you had Kristaps right now. Imagine this. Kristaps and Luka on the same team. Dude, that'd be crazy.
Oh my god.
Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
no way.
I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna take my
Is
pick.
it your pick?
It is my pick.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. We're just doing 1-on-1.
We're doing
right?
1-1-1. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
You
So
screwed yourself. I
Yes.
picked first.
he picked first. So I'm not picking my third player, but we agreed that the person who gets the third pick is screwed for the
Wait,
first.
isn't it a snake?
No, you said we'd go 1-1-2 and then 1-1-1. And
Yeah.
1-1-1. That's how I
Whatever.
imagined
I
it.
don't care that much.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm taking player from another up and coming team. Another team like the Sacramento Kings is a bit of a surprise this season. We all thought they might be in the Wembenyama sweepstakes, but it seems like they're kind of playing themselves out of that race. I'm gonna take Josh Giddey, tall ass MF.
Josh, dude, I thought you were gonna go someone else here. Oh, I'm about to absolutely fuck you on this pick. Josh
Okay, good.
Giddey?
I'm taking Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey's a good pick.
I need someone who's a spacer, playmaker. He's also got that
spacer?
size. Yeah, Josh Giddey can
No,
shoot
he-
threes. No?
Josh Giddey cannot
like-
shoot
No.
threes.
I feel like Josh
No.
Giddey can shoot threes. Let's see.
He's a
Josh
playmaker.
Giddey's stats.
He's a
Just 'cause white
playmaker.
doesn't mean he can shoot threes.
Oh, okay. He's coming in this season at 32%. That's not so hot.
Hey,
not so
he's
hot.
also 29% on his career.
Oh, well, I
And
mean,
that's
at
crazy.
least
My
he's-
boy's
at
shooting
least-
2.9 threes a game at 32%. About a spacer.
Hey! He improved his 3-point percentage by 6% this season. I think that that means what I see is that when it really comes down to it, when it really matters, he's able to step up in big
I mean, that
moments.
means by the time that he's 28, he's going to be shooting 100%. Like, it's just a simple linear
Yep.
track.
It's
Yep.
good. So he's averaging 16, 8 rebounds and 6 assists a game. That's pretty good. So he's just a really solid player. He's one of those guys that's like surprisingly good. Like if the Warriors were playing the Thunder, you'd be like annoyed by how well Josh Giddey was playing because the Warriors are not crushing the Thunder, if that makes sense. So I think Josh Giddey's a pretty good player here. He's young, he's fun, and I think with Sabonis and Markkanen, I think I have good pieces in place right now for solid offense and size for defense. Okay, kicking it back to Eli. I mean, do you have any more thoughts on the Thunder?
Yeah, I
or-
mean, he's just not that efficient, and he turns the ball over a lot. Though I do think that he's like solid. Like he's a good ball handler. Who else do you have on your team right now?
I have Lauri Markkanen and Domantas Sabonis. So I don't have like a definitive ball handler. So maybe
That
we
makes
get some
sense. I think
get some
it wouldn't
pick
make
and
sense for
roll.
Lucas and I, who have Jokic and Doncic, but I get it for you.
Yeah.
Get
Lopez.
some ball.
High screen pick and roll with Jokic. Anyway, sorry, with Sabonis. Kicking it back to Eli for his third selection. So Eli so far I think you have Jokic and sorry, it's Lucas's turn. Lucas,
Wait, how is it Lucas's turn? No, I'm boycotting here.
No,
I
yeah,
haven't
it's
picked
your turn,
in, like
Eli.
six
is it
turns.
Eli's turn? So sorry. It's Eli's turn. My bad, everybody. Sorry. So Eli, it's your turn taking your third player. You have Jokic and Chris has Porzingis. Floor is yours.
Okay, This is who I thought you were going to take when you gave that lead up. Talking about a team
Okay.
that's overperformed. Young up and coming player.
Yeah.
Give me Franz Wagner.
See, this is the thing. When we did our draft, like a long time. I can't remember what the draft was. I can't remember what it was. It was like maybe it was just straight up just drafting a 5-man rotation. But I picked Franz Wagner, and you guys were like, "Oh, Franz Wagner's not good." But Franz Wagner's nice. If Casey was here, he'd be telling us all about how good Franz Wagner is. So Eli, go ahead.
Was here, he would have taken Franz Wagner like before.
Yeah, before Jokic. Okay, yeah, so go ahead. Tell us what's up with Franz Wagner.
Two things. Number one, that boy nice. Number two, one of the only like real wings that we have to draft. Like Giddey kind of handles the ball and doesn't really shoot. Wagner might be the only like actual like normal small forward that any of us could draft, which I think is super valuable. We're contracting our teams here. I think he's just a very good all-around player, very solid, happy to play in a role, and I'm looking forward to welcoming him in the squad.
Welcome to having him in the locker room. Good locker room presence.
I mean, they're all good locker room presences.
Do you think Franz Wagner would go to a strip club and eat chicken wings and fries and steak? No con.
The worst what?
The worst behaved white guy.
It's got to be Tyler Hero.
My audio recording stopped for like a second.
Okay, just start it over.
You're the worst behaved white guy in the NBA.
I had
Start it
30
over.
minutes. We're good.
Start it over, and then just clap in front of the microphone. There you go. Okay, now I know where to start the next one. Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
gonna have two audio.
Go ahead. Okay. So now it's Lucas. Lucas gets 2 picks now. Is that right?
No.
Lucas
No, I
gets
get
pick.
one pick.
Okay, go ahead. You get 1 pick.
Okay, I just did a secondary playmaker. We're going with Tyler Hero at this point. I think Tyler Hero is better than Franz Wagner.
Better than Franz Wagner.
Maybe in a vacuum, but for this exercise where we have no wings, no, he's not.
Well, we'll see. There's a wing I'm thinking of.
Okay, we'll see. But I just think it's easier to replicate what you get out of Tyler Hero.
Does Yuta Watanabe count?
No,
we
you said
count him?
Watanabe does not.
You hate this. You took Brook Lopez.
I'm just kidding. I was joking. Okay? Because white means not black in the NBA. Cut that.
This is true. So you're taking Tyler Hero. I honestly thought Tyler Hero would be better than he is right now. I think what's his problem is I don't watch enough Heat games, I guess, or I don't really know what's going on with the Heat or know enough about, I guess, how the Heat run their team. But what's going on with Tyler Hero? Why does he not look much better than he should be? Because I feel like he got that big contract.
He's fine, and the contract's actually looking a little better than like Poole's contract. He's playing better than Poole, I think.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing where like you have a guy who gets limited minutes, comes off the bench, and plays really well in those minutes, and you hope to project him to become like an actual star, and it's just not the case. He's just, I think, always going to be a very good like spark plug shooter, player off the bench, maybe even someone who can start a little bit, but he's just not going to ever be like a star in the way that people thought maybe he could be.
I see Tyler Hero as like Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, good player.
Can you believe the Heat didn't want to trade him for James Harden? Isn't that crazy? They wouldn't give him.
That is insane.
He had
That is
one
insane.
playoff run, and he was like, "Nope, won't give him for James Harden." All right, cool. So now it's back. So back to Lucas, but just let's give a recap real quick of who has who. I think so. Lucas has.
We have officially gotten lost in the snake.
No, it's Anton next.
No, there's no way.
We're
it can
going
be my turn.
1-1-1. There's no snake. We talked about this.
Didn't Anton just pick?
No, I just picked
Lucas
Tyler
just
Hero.
Okay, hold
It
on.
goes.
Let's,
It's Anton, Eli, Lucas. Anton, Eli, Lucas.
Oh,
Anton,
we're
Eli,
not
Lucas.
even snaking. Okay, yes.
okay, valid. So it's my turn.
Yeah, let's go over the teams though.
Going over the teams, Lucas with the first overall pick took Luka Doncic. Eli then followed with Nikola Jokic. I then took Domantas Sabonis and Lauri Markkanen. Then Eli picked Kristaps Porzingis, and then Lucas picked Brook Lopez, which I guess is somewhat controversial in the context of this draft.
I'm flagging that. FYI.
And then he flagged. So then I picked Josh Giddey, and then Eli just took Franz Wagner, and now Lucas, he picked Tyler Hero, and now it's back to me. This is a tough position because Eli did point out that whole thing with the lack of small forwards to go around. But you know what? I think I gotta take So I read Bill Simmons's book of basketball, and one of the categories he has in that book is white guys that play like black guys, and he goes throughout his the 80s and 90s, like in the era before us, and talked about these white guys that quote unquote play like black guys, and I kind of understand what he's talking about. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take Red Velvet, taking Kevin Herter with my pick here because hey, that boy nice. So he was in Atlanta. He got the name Red Velvet. You are nice with it, okay? So I'm taking Kevin Herter because that guy just launches. He just launches the whole game, doesn't give a trout. And I don't know. I feel like if I was in a playoff series against Kevin Herter, I'd be a little bit afraid of what he would do.
I mean, but he was in all those playoff series, and he was like, okay.
That's okay.
That's true. He was.
I only need him to be okay.
There's not many white guys. That's
Not
what I
many.
would say.
I mean,
No,
we'll
I
see.
mean,
I think he had the benefit. He had the benefit of playing with Trae Young for all those years, where no one would ever target him because they could just target Trae Young. So we'll see. This will be a good year to see how good he actually is in the playoffs.
Well, when you're too busy trying to handle the Josh Giddey pick and roll with DeMontis Sabonis, can you imagine? Sabonis comes up, sets a screen, and then Giddey snakes through the lane and kicks it out to Kevin Herter, who's 35 feet away. He's just chilling by the coach, and he just launches. Drain.
It is funny that we're not doing the regular season because all of our teams would go like 40 and 42.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's how you play in at this point. So
By the end of my draft, I'm telling you, my team is gonna be better than the Mavericks.
Oh, see, Anton, I forget you're a LeBron fan. No wonder you think that making the play-in is good.
the play-in is a path to the playoffs, which is what everyone wants. So that's
Yeah.
all. That's all Braun needs. That's all Braun needs. Okay. All right. So moving on, we're gonna kick it to Eli for his fourth pick.
Give me Alex Caruso.
Okay, Alex Caruso.
I know I said defense didn't matter. He might be the only good,
Yeah.
good defender. Brook Lopez, if we count Brook Lopez. Not sure we do. Caruso is certainly the only good on-ball defender that any of us can take.
I agree.
He's good. Very good complimentary player. Very clearly, when the Bulls were good, when they had other people around him, very clearly made that team a lot better. Like, he's a real ceiling raiser, which is tough to find at this point in the draft. I don't need him to be handling the ball the whole time. I have Jokic for that. But I think a very good point guard, very good defender. Kind of like one of the only people here who I can put on maybe like Luka and like not feel terrible about this. So I'm feeling good overall.
Copy. I think it's a very solid pick. I think the only problem I have. You know what? No problems. Alex Caruso is a very solid player. I feel like if you put him on any team, I think any team could use a player like Alex Caruso. Someone coming off the bench, can run the offense a little bit, and we'll just guard the best player. That's what we all want. All right, so Lucas, go ahead.
All
Who are you
right.
taking?
I'm going with the classic. If this was like 4 years ago, this guy would have been easily like in the top 4 people selected.
Don't do it.
Why?
Oh, I feel like I know who he's gonna take.
I'm going with Gordon Hayward.
I knew it.
Gordo.
I need a wing. I need a wing.
Like, what is he doing? Is he playing?
He plays for the Hornets. I see him sometimes when the Cavs play the Hornets, and it's just sad. It's just really sad to watch Gordon Hayward because he's one of those guys that just never came back from the injury, right? And I guess those players, they kind of die a lot quieter than the guys who
He's putting up 14, 4, and 4
That's so bad
on the Hornets.
I don't know what happened.
He's got size. He's got size.
That injury really
It's
did.
like watching
mess-
MJ on the Wizards, man. What happened?
Exactly. That's what I think about when I watch Gordon Hayward.
Like watching LeBron on the
Charlotte
Lakers,
Hornets.
man.
What happened?
For real.
What
What
happened?
happened?
Like
Gordo
watching
coming
Bronny
in-
James on Sierra Canyon, man. Past his prime.
It's not the same.
Real talk though, if LeBron James Jr. was not LeBron James Jr., he would not even get looked at by D1 squad.
He's fine. He'd be like a very good college player.
I don't get him. I've seen like so many conflicting things where like one is like, oh, Bronny James is like, he's like actually good now, and then there's one that's like, Bronny James is not who you think he is. It's like I feel like he's like,
This dude's watching too much Mike Korzemba. That's what I'm hearing.
no, for real.
What a legend! What a legend! Okay. Anyhow, we're gonna spring it back. Spring it back. Okay, so so this is my 5th player. No.
All right,
Yeah.
give me your 4 so far.
My four so far are Domantas Sabonis, Lauri Markkanen, Kevin Huerter, and Josh Giddey. I think it's a pretty good squad right there. I'm going to take, with this last pick, I want to shout out my friend Jeff Pratt, who I lived with for a year at Emerson, my junior year at Emerson. Diehard Celtics fan, perhaps too much so. DraftKings analyst, was recently on ESPN. It was crazy. My friend Jeff was on ESPN. Like, he was on the actual broadcast. Whenever I was living with Jeff, he would always play with the Memphis Grizzlies. We had whatever 2K version we had at the time had Jonas Valanciunas, and that guy was so hard to guard on TJ.
Oh, so you're picking the wrong guy here.
JV. I don't give a trout, Eli. I'm taking the guy for the meme, for the clout, for the memes. Okay, so I'm taking Jonas Valanciunas. I think I know who I think you want me to take, but I'm taking JV because that
Lucas,
guy
you're
is
good on
sneaky
center, right?
good.
I'm good on center, but I want to pick this guy as my 4. So
You want to pick him as your 4?
yeah, I don't know if we're thinking of the same guy.
I mean, I'll just say him because I'm not taking him. Why Valanciunas over Steven Adams?
Because
that's not what I was thinking.
Because I just want someone who could hoop. I just want someone who could hoop.
Steven Adams is my backup if you guys really take.
Steven
away
Adams
Brook
gonna get
Lopez.
rebounds. I get it. He's gonna get boards, but that dude can't shoot, bro. He's like, I think there's one problem in the NBA is that now there's so often like a player that clearly can't do anything. Like kind of like an Isaac Okoro, like a Matisse Thybulle. So I think Steven Adams on your team, even though he provides a lot of utility in one aspect, I think I have enough size and whatever to get rebounds. I'm not too worried about that. So I'm picking JV because he can shoot, and because that dude got a hook shot. And when the Grizzlies played the Warriors in the play-in, the only reason why the Warriors lost was because Jonas Valanciunas was hooping, and that was a playoff game.
I would have taken Adams. I have 2 other bigs that I would have taken. I won't say them because I want to see what Lucas takes a pick after. But I'm good on big.
I think I'm done. I have all 5 of my players. So I think it's just you 2 picking your last 2.
All right.
So Eli?
I am going to go with another wing. I'm going to go with Bojan Bogdanovic, who is Pistons Bogdanovic, I will say. The 2 Bogdanoviches, I'm surprised. It looks like then Hawks Bogdanovic is not going to get drafted. Lucas, assuming you're going power forward here?
I am.
I would have had Hawks Bogdanovic even over like someone like Giddey, I think, as a shooter. But
Yeah,
I'm going with who I think is still the better Bogdanovic. Pistons Bogdanovic also can shoot, but also has some size. Again, can play like a real wing here. They were on it apparently 2 first. They got offered 1 first-round pick for him. They said no. They wanted 2 this trade deadline. And just a very solid overall player. Has shown that he can play on high-level teams, like with the Jazz. Good role guy. This year, I guess, kind of throw it away just because the team sucks. That he's on the Pistons, but I think very good overall player. Can play some defense, shoot some threes that I'm happy to have on my squad.
Cool. Yeah, honestly, like looking back, I kind of figured the entire time that like, oh, there's gonna be really good shooters available. I'll just take them whenever. And it's like when is that time? It probably should have been when I took Gordon Hayward. I should have taken.
I would have taken
some shooter. Yeah,
I would have taken Bojan over Hayward,
or even like Luke Kennard. You know, someone who just like chucks
Luke
threes.
Austin Reeves.
No, he's not. He's not. You know, I need like that list. White guy in the corner. That's who I need. Right now, though, I am taking someone who should have probably been taken a while ago, and that is Nikola Vucevic.
That is not who I was thinking.
No, Vooch.
He's washed.
He's washed, bro.
Vooch is still good.
No, he's not. No, he's not. I'm pulling up his stats. Nikola Vucevic stats.
Let's pull up his stats.
He's putting up 17 and 11.
17 and 11 in the last pick.
He's not a power forward. He cannot play power forward.
He's my power forward.
You know who I thought you were going to take?
I cannot believe this. The Bulls this year are 33 and 37. Where are they currently standing in the West? Like they're 10th. Oh, they're in the playoff.
East.
Wow, they're 10th in the East. And Nikola Vucevic this season is putting up 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists on 51% shooting from the field, 34.
51% from a center is kind of ass.
He's not a center. He's a 4 on my team.
The shots he.
I have his
for
basketball
career,
reference pulled up here.
He's my
Guess
4.
how many years he's played for?
How many?
0. I'm going to read you his positions. Center, 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 center.
No, that says C. which is like C. He's a 4.
C is for captain. C
Yeah.
is for captain of the team, and the captain of the team can pick anywhere he wants to play.
Exactly. Okay.
Oh, he's good.
Lucas, I thought you were going with at power forward, Alperen Şengün, baby.
Şengün
The
is
up and
nice.
comer.
Şengün
Yeah,
is
but
nice.
I mean,
Poku,
he's good.
Pokuševski?
He's good. Honestly, no, I think that drafting Vooch here is good because Brook Lopez, he obviously is like, is he a 4? You know, he plays with Giannis. Like defensively, he's a 5. Offensively, he stretches the floor. So I'm not that worried about the 2 center lineup with Brook.
But he's okay. Sure.
Right? I mean, he plays with Giannis. The way that they play is defensively, he's a rim protector. Offensively, he spaces the floor. Perfect.
You know who's better than Vucevic though? If you actually wanted to go with the center,
Who?
is Jakob Poeltl.
I was thinking about Jakob Poeltl too. I chose Vooch.
But this also just shows us the depth at center that there's not available in any other position.
Yeah,
guys.
it's true. Yeah, I mean, you know, if I could redraft, I'm a little bit hating myself for the Gordon Hayward pick, but
Yeah. Okay. And one more thing here is also, I know you have Vooch and Brook Lopez, and in your head you're probably thinking, well, I got these 2 guys who can shoot threes, right? I think as a fan, you'd be okay with Brook Lopez and Vucevic shooting threes like in the first half. But if it really came down to it, and it's like a 1-2 possession game, and it's getting tight, do you really want Vooch taking open threes at the top of the key? All I know is whenever I watch the Cavs and they're playing the Bulls, I'm like praying that Vucevic is the one to shoot it and not like Zach LaVine. Because when Zach LaVine gets hot, it's over. But Vooch, never scared of Vooch. Never really that scared of Brook Lopez, weirdly, either.
Dude,
even though I know he's
the
well.
Vucevic trade, they traded first. Wendell Carter Jr. might just be better than Vucevic as it stands.
Straight up, yeah.
And they gave up the pick that became Wagner, and they have the pick this year.
I think that's one of those trades where you went all in for kind of for what? I don't know. I don't really know. And also, if you just kind of think about the basketball fit, it doesn't seem to all work out. Zach LaVine, DeMar, and Vooch. There's no clear ball handler initiator between the 3 of them. I think that's why
Well, they had Lonzo and Caruso.
Oh, Lonzo! Wow, maybe
Yeah.
that's like that's been the Lonzo and Caruso. When Lonzo went down, the Bulls really fell apart, and man, he has not come back, and it has.
I mean, they had that month where they were like the number 1 seed in the East. Remember that?
It was longer than that. It was like the first half of the season.
Again, I think it's kind of like the Kings, where like realistically that team's like maybe wins 1 playoff series, but it was still nice. Like it's still worth, if you're a bad team for a decade, like the Bulls were after Derrick Rose got hurt. I guess they had Jimmy for like a year, but same difference. It's like reasonable to like put your chips into like, you know, try to get 50 wins in the regular season. Like that's reasonable. That's what the Kings are doing now. I really think once Lonzo got hurt though, and then Vucevic didn't pan out, they were kind of screwed.
Bulls don't know what to do with them. I mean, like I think it's too late to get into Wemby sweepstakes. I don't know. Maybe you gotta draft Drew Eney from.
What's the
Purdue.
protection on that pick that they have?
I don't know. Probably is it top 5 protected at least?
Let me check.
If it's not, then imagine the Magic also got Wemby, which I'm really praying does not happen. I am praying with my whole heart that the San Antonio Spurs get Victor Wembanyama, because I do not want to have to deal with fucking Giannis, the Celtics, the Sixers, and Victor Wembanyama in the East Coast. That just would be too much.
The pick is protected 1 through 4, so it's lottery. It's just the actual top 4 lottery.
Oh, okay. So I guess the Bulls could still get him. That would be terrible, though. Anyway, let's kick it back to Eli. I think you have one more pick. Am I mistaken?
No, I got my squad.
You're done? We all have our squads. Now we just do head-to-head. Time to do some
Yes.
head-to-head.
Head-to-head.
Okay, so we're going to random number generate this again. So if we remember, Lucas was number 1 when we did the random number generator to determine who would get what pick. I don't know, should we just use who got?
Everyone's going to play everyone, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. So the first one, let's just have Lucas and Eli go head-to-head. Lucas, go ahead and read your lineup.
All right. My lineup is Luka Doncic at my 1, Tyler Hero at the 2. We got Gordon Hayward at the 3, and then my bigs are Brook Lopez and Nikola Vucevic.
Oh.
Why are you guys cringing so hard?
roster construction here, man. I did not.
Tell this is my argument about my team, just like as an overall thing. Tell me they're not better than the Mavericks. Right? Let's go head to head, right? We got
No.
Luka.
No, they have
We got
Kyrie.
Luka?
They have Kyrie.
Okay.
This Luka's worse.
Do they
than
really
the
have
Mavs.
Kyrie?
They have Kyrie.
So you got Luka, you got Kyrie, Luka and Kyrie versus Luka and Tyler. At one point, they would have loved to have
Wait, are
gotten
you saying
Tyler Hero on
that
that
Tyler Hero's better than Kyrie?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's one part where you have, and then your bigs are Maxi Kleba and Dwight Powell versus Nikola Vucevic and Brook Lopez,
What about Christian?
and then but he's ass.
Christian
and
Wood
then
is sneaky good. I don't know.
Christian, no,
Whenever-
he's not, bro. You watch these games. There's like one good player at a time for the Dallas Mavericks.
But you're clogging the paint right now.
No, I'm not. Brook Lopez spaces the floor. Nikola
You're
Vucevic, he
forgetting
can
myself.
work
There
down
he
low.
is. What's he doing?
He can work down low. No one. Who else is down low?
Well, that's the point. Is you're still clogged out.
What do you mean?
You should be playing
It's still-
5 out.
Is it clogged on the wings?
You should
where is
play
it clogged?
5 out with Luka.
Playing 5 out.
You should.
Just do completely 5 out.
Why is this like a crazy concept? That's what the Mavs do.
And the
The
Kings.
Mavs suck.
The Kings are second in the West. Okay, anyway.
So your entire argument
No,
is
Eli,
that
Eli, read
maybe
your
if
team,
we
read
look
your
at this
team.
the right way,
Oh, you guys just
your team
don't
is better than a
believe in
team
Brook
that's going to go
Lopez.
41 and 41.
Yeah, and that's fucking good for all white guys.
Can I give you my team?
Give
Sure.
it to us.
At point guard, Alex Caruso. Shooting guard, Franz Wagner. Small forward, Bojan Bogdanovic. They're interchangeable.
Wow.
Power forward,
So far,
Porzingis,
wow.
and center, Nikola Jokic.
Nice. You know,
The
all
Jokic
you did,
piece.
you said 4 mid players, and then you went and Nikola Jokic at the end. That's it.
Wait, first of all, Porzingis,
Mid.
Wagner are not mid. Those are good players.
They are mid. What are you telling me right now that Porzingis is not mid?
I'm going to read the stats. Don't make me do this.
He's mid, bro. He's mid.
He's mid. But Franz Wagner, I give to you. Franz Wagner.
Wagner is not mid.
Wagner is
Porzingis is
also
putting
mid.
up 23 and 8 on 37% from 3.
And what true
37.5%
shooting?
from 3, I should say.
I feel like you're skipping over some important stats,
Like what?
like shooting percentage.
He's shooting 49%.
Isn't he a center?
No, he's playing power forward.
But is it a C next to his?
Some years he's listed as PF, some years he's listed as C. What's the PF stand for?
Pretty fucking much a center.
Okay, might be. But then he does have a C this year, which stands for C, he's a
Captain.
center. So he's a power forward.
C, he's a center. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So honestly, as the one person, I gotta give my vote to Eli here. I think the problem I see is
You
I don't-
guys are
I-
capping, bro.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm dead ass. Like I know. You know why? It's because I have Luka Doncic and Brook Lopez. I have the best point guard in the league and the defensive player of the year, and I don't win. What?
Well, it's everybody else, right? It's like everybody
He's
else.
not going to be defensive player of the year.
He is gonna win defensive player of the year, bro. He's number 1 in the DPOY ladder. Why are you guys sleeping on him? You think he's not a good defender? He's literally the best defender in the entire league.
Okay, I want to say a few things. Number one, he's not going to win the award. Number two, the award and the best defender in the league are drastically different things. Who's better defense, him or Giannis? Who's better defense, him or Draymond? Who's
They
better
play on the
defense,
same team.
him or
One of them
Jaren
is gonna
Jackson
win
Jr.?
deep boy.
Who's better defense, him or McCall Bridges? All these people are better than him at defense.
I will take him over Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
Wow, really?
Do you think he's better than Draymond Green?
I think he's played better than Draymond Green this year.
Are we playing this year, or are we playing a playoff series?
What other year are we playing in?
Our hypothetical playoff series. It's not. It's its own event. It's not.
I mean,
it's
I
not
would trust
regular.
right now in a single game. I would trust Brook Lopez tomorrow to bring me a better defensive impact than Draymond Green. Right now, yeah. Have you seen the way the Warriors have been playing?
For a playoffs, that is insane.
We gave up like 140 points a game on the road.
Doesn't care about the regular season.
He does.
I can't believe you're being your random support for Brook Lopez. He's not even in the light, by the way.
No, I just. Yeah, no, okay, that's true.
It's true.
That's
minus 5 points.
Has caused you to get mad at the Warriors.
true. No, I watched the Warriors. We're 36-36. We suck at defense. We're like below league average at defense. So it's like, how can we say that at this point, right now, Draymond is better than the defensive player of the year?
Because the defensive player of the year did not punch his teammate in the face.
He's not even the best defensive player on his team.
He is.
He's not better than Giannis at defense.
You guys need to watch some fucking Bucks games.
He's not. I refuse to watch
Seriously.
any team that Jay Crowder's on. But he's not better than
Smart.
Okay, anyhow. So now I'm gonna go head to head against Lucas here. Okay. So at my 1, I got Josh Giddey. At my 2, I got Kevin Huerter. At the 3, I'm gonna put Lauri Markkanen. The 4 got Sabonis. At the 5, I have Vooch.
I have a question. I have one question.
Wait,
Yeah.
you
Who's
have
guarding
Vooch?
Luca?
No, sorry.
I
I have Jonas Valanciunas. I have JV. Sorry about that.
I want to know who's guarding Luca.
Who's guarding Luka?
Tell me right now. Yeah.
At least
Probably Lauri
Luka.
Markkanen. All my guys are so tall and interchangeable. I would say I put Lauri Markkanen on Luka, and Luka probably couldn't big body Lauri Markkanen like that.
I'm not even entertaining this. Lucas wins.
Luka's team wins.
You're putting Lauri Markkanen on Luka?
Well, who else am I gonna put on Luka?
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm not blaming the coaching decision there. I'm blaming the GM decision.
That's fine. All right, valid. Lucas wins that one. Okay, so now let's go head to head with Eli. Do I lose? If transitive property, if Lucas beats Eli, sorry, if Eli beats
If you
Lucas
beat me, then we all tie.
Yeah, but doesn't
Okay.
say that. But how could my team beat your team if your team beats Lucas' team? Lucas' team beat my team.
Matchups. Let's see.
So
Let's
okay,
see,
I
what-
got Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey going head against Alex Caruso.
Josh Giddey isn't even a point guard.
He is a point guard. He's definitely a point guard. Well, I don't know what other position he would be. He's just not built like a point guard.
No, he's
Anyway,
like a
number
small
2,
forward. He doesn't
Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter matching up against who's your 2?
One sec. I'm looking up Josh Giddey's position.
Who is Lucas? Who is Eli?
It says right here he played small forward and SG. What's SG stand for?
Sort of close to point guard.
So goddamn, he's a point guard.
All right. What do we? Oh wait, we don't head to heads. Okay.
Yeah, head to
you
heads.
Start over.
Okay, I got Josh Giddey,
Okay.
and you have.
Alex Caruso,
Okay, then I have Kevin Huerter.
Franz Wagner,
And then I have I got Lauri Markkanen.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
Lauri got that. And then
But he's not even
Sabonis.
a-
That's
he's not a small
cookies.
forward.
Cookies. Okay, Sabonis?
Porzingis.
No. Sabonis is destroying that man.
Okay, who's your
and
second?
then, and then Jonas Valanciunas.
Okay, I have Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Jonas Valanciunas is the Jokic stopper, in fact.
To me, what's tough about it, and it's just based on your draft position, Anton. It's like I think
have no
that
star, I have no star.
you clear him like on 3 of these positions, but like the difference between JV and Jokic, it's like Jokic is good enough to just win the game,
Yeah.
against that lineup. So I take Eli.
Fair enough. Okay, so in that case, does Eli win? Because I'm 0-2, lose 1-1, and Eli finishes at 2-0. So the winning
Champion.
lineup, Alex Caruso at 1. The current all-white NBA team goes to Eli Tannenwald. There he is. He got the trophy out. Show him the check. He's got Nikola Vucevic, Franz Wagner, Alex Caruso. Oh,
Wait,
gosh.
did you say I have Vucevic when I took my?
No, sorry. You have Nikola Jokic, Alex Caruso, Franz Wagner. I'm blanking. Who else you have?
I'm gonna give my team. Alex Caruso, point guard. Wings, I have Wagner and Bogdanovic. Bigs, I have Porzingis and Nikola Jokic.
Okay, pretty solid team. All white guys. Definitely
Thank you, everyone.
no Cuban caveats in this one.
I appreciate you, Anton. Give me this nice trophy. Send it in the mail.
I will do it. Don't worry.
Imagine this is a basketball.
Very good. All right, so let's very quickly give our predictions for the West. Who's coming out?
Regular season or playoffs?
Playoffs.
Now that I no longer have to pretend like Nikola Jokic is good, it's the worst
Wow.
hour of my life.
We will be switching sides right now. We're just gonna completely.
He's
do
a
this.
fraud. And Lucas, you better come out and say that you were joking about Draymond Green. You better come out and say it.
Yeah, it was all a prank.
You actually
Draymond's okay. Draymond's better at defense than Brook Lopez, but
Okay, good.
Brook Lopez is a very good defender.
I was being a hater. I was a little mad because he's Cuban, man. You can't do that.
No, he's
Can I
definitely
take
not
Klay
white.
Thompson?
He's definitely not white. I looked it up. Like he's Cuban. He's Cuban.
He's definitely not white. Well, that's okay. We're a very inclusive bunch here,
Commissioner,
aren't we?
sanction that man.
No, thank you. I pass. Okay. Anyway,
like
that's
Adam
going to do it
Silver,
for
anytime
us
it's time to
here
discipline anyone.
on the Draw the Line podcast. Thank you so much for all of those who stayed to the end. We'll be posting this soon, hopefully. And thank you to Lucas and to Eli for taking time out of their Sunday to come and chit-chat about sports. Hope to see you guys soon next time. Take care.